Good morning. I am Manoj Kumar Jha, Assistant Professor of English, Nandan Sanskrit College, Isahpur, Madhubani. It's a constituent unit of Kameswar Singh Sanskrit University, Darbhanga. Today, I am going to discuss idioms. The topic is important for Degree 2 students of the university, as well as for students preparing for general competitive exams. Idioms. Idioms, according to S. Hornby, idioms are a group of words whose meaning is different from the meanings of the individual words. Idioms are expressions whose meaning is often difficult to understand by looking at the individual words. Seeing idioms in context can sometimes make them clear. Means, idioms are a collection of a group of words and they can be understood as a whole, not individually. For example, she has a thing about men with beards. In the sentence, have a thing about, it's an idiom, meaning have a strong liking for or dislike of somebody, something. The sentence, she has a thing about men with beards, means she does not like men with beards. But again, I have a thing about ice cream. In this sentence, I have a liking for ice cream. In this way, we have seen how an idiom works. My parents arrived out of the blue today. In the sentence, out of the blue, it's an idiom, meaning my parents arrived suddenly and unexpectedly. These shoes will be fine for the time being. In the sentence, for the time being, it's an idiom, meaning from now and the immediate future. I'm afraid I put my foot in it. Well, once again, I'm afraid I put my foot in it. Put my foot in it. Put my foot in. It's an idiom, meaning I accidentally said something that was embarrassing, that was disturbing, etc. Some idioms are easier to understand. Some idioms are easier to understand but are still called idioms because they are fixed expressions which need to be learnt as whole phrases. For example, after the breakup, things went from bad to worse. In the sentence, go from bad to worse or went from bad to worse, it's an idiom. Means become even worse. I know enough Spanish to make myself understood. Once again, I'm repeating, be attentive, you should be attending. I know enough Spanish to make myself understood. In this sentence, make myself understood is an idiom, meaning I make my meaning clear. I try my best to make my meaning clear. Next, with some idioms, there is a choice of words without changing the meaning. For example, I going, that depends. I going, that or it depends. In the sentence, that depends or it depends means I'm not sure whether I'm going. He arrived at the last minute or moment. In the sentence, at the last minute or moment, it's an idiom. He arrived at the last minute means he arrived at the latest possible time. We can use minute in several other idioms. For example, any minute means very soon. For example, in sentence, there will be here any minute. The minute means as soon as. It is another idiom. The minute, as soon as, means I want to see him the minute he gets here. Idioms can be formed from such everyday words that you may not notice them or realize that they are idioms. Means there are most common words which are used as idioms, but we may not be aware that we are using idioms in our language, in our expression. For example, I didn't think much of the film. In the sentence, think much of something means I didn't think much of the film means I do not like the film. Second example, she is nothing like her sister. She is nothing like her sister. nothing like her sister. Means she is not similar to her sister. I'm enjoying my new job so far. In this sentence, so far is an idiom. It's very common. We don't realize that we are using idiom. I'm enjoying my new job so far means I'm enjoying my new job until now. The room was lovely and warm. Well, in this sentence, lovely and warm. The room was lovely and warm. Lovely and warm, an idiom. It has been used here to emphasize the pleasant quality that it has. In this way, we have seen idioms are interesting learning. We should try our best to understand or learn idioms so that we may be able to understand the beauty of the English language. That's all for the day. Thank you.